Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, man, peace. Yeah. Peace be in the now, the one. Ah, man, we're back again like we never left because we never really do. We are continuously in the moment of now, even if it doesn't seem that way. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being. Let me turn the. That's much better. Peace, peace, peace to every single human soul in the now of the one. Oh, man, do you know how brilliant you are? I don't know if you do. You're probably just playing around with it. I don't know if you know how amazing you are, or if you probably forgot today. I had work today, so I was at work. And while I was at work, my boss was yelling at me, and he told me I was stupid. Oh, did he now? He doesn't know who you are. And sometimes we don't know who we are either. If you knew who you were. So who am I? Why do you keep saying that? You are quite literally the reason for the reality that surrounds you in the most literal, not figurative way that I could possibly put it. You are the child of the Most High and simultaneously the Most High at the same time. You are of brilliant design. Your vessel was designed with such precision, the precision of if they had to use mathematics to show you how precise you were built, it'd be an impossibility. And that's just on the human level of the human body. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, share this out to your people. Like this, share this, let's get right, let's act like we know. Okay? It's always a shift. There's always, like we talk about a shift, timeline shift, or it's always some type of shift going on. It's really about how you ride the wave of it. It's an inevitable evolution. And this is another thing that came through today too. Earth, right? The planet Earth that we inhabit. She's coming through, right? She came through today to me. Excuse me. Earth came through today to me and was like, please let them know to remember me, right? As they're going through their ascension, please let them know that I'm ascending as well. Yes, they're using the vessel, the human vessel, to ascend to higher dimensions, but that vessel belongs to me, is what she's saying to me. This is what the Earth is saying. The Earth is saying, yes, you can lean on your wisdom, but there are even greater wisdoms than you are able to pull in from the body. There's like the Earth has so much wisdom, so much brilliance, so much light, so much to offer you, right? And all of its subtleties as well, the elementals and all these different types of spirits that exist in the earthly realm. Thank you so much for the comment. Thank you for the likes, for the shares, for the gifts, for the whole 9 yards. Thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate your existence. Man, oh man, we have such a brilliant future ahead of us, because indeed we are the reason why the future is going to be bright. The future is going to be amazing because we're imagining it to be so. And some of us are living our lives, walking around, living the life in neutrality, right? So we're just observing. We're blank almost. Like we don't want to think anything in particular almost. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much for being. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being here in the now of the one with me. Yes. So a lot of us, we've shut ourselves down in a beautiful way. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's going to make sense. Like I catch myself straight blank. I'm driving, but I'm not like robot blank though. I'm like neutral. God, like I feel the car rides by, the beep beep. I'm just so here. I'm so right now, right? That I'm an open channel for the brilliance of what this could be. I see what it is. I'm in it with you. So I see what it is in the now. How people are interacting with each other, the fear, the stories that human beings are telling, the moments. I know, I'm with it, I'm here, I'm with you. The anxieties, I feel them too, all that. But there's just this blankness in me, this neutrality, this brilliance that cannot be escaped. And I don't want to escape it. I want to be in that because it sort of reassures me, right? That I'm an open vessel, an open channel for the brilliance of reality, not necessarily lower spirits that wish to inhabit my body. I rebuke thee in the now of that, right? But I'm a blank slate of brilliance, of light, and ready, and come on in, and man. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. If you have any questions or any topics that you want to hit on. If you want to hit on a specific topic, please send a gift and I will hit on that topic in the comment in the comment section. If you'd like to donate, the Cash App is right there in the now. God almighty, we lit. And another thing that I touched on earlier, wow, is TikTok feels empty. That's the feeling that I'm getting. That's the best way that I could describe it. As I'm scrolling, it feels empty. Although there are massive videos of there, but there's an energy there that feels like it was sucked out of TikTok. Something has been like extracted from it. I don't know if it's the algorithm. I don't know if it's the energy of, I don't know. All I know is that I feel it. And in the feeling, it's like weird. I'm like there's still the people like us, right? Right? I'm glad you feel it too. It's just odd. It's an odd emptiness to it that gets me, right? But all in all, I said to myself, I was like, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because we're giving off, listen, the more you go within yourself, the more you understand what's really happening on the planet, the more you start to sense and feel that you've been being watched your entire life. You were so special. Oh, he's so special. No, for real. You were so special that you've been being watched your entire life like a hawk just watching. They were watching. Governments, all of them. They all, how could they not see? Look at how powerful you are now. Look at how activated you are now. That energy could be felt even when you were a child. Like in the most literal way, they felt that shit radiating off of you. They're like, nah, this, all right, okay, that's a special one. When they get older, their DNA is going to fire on and they're going to be fucking out of this world. You think that they can't measure energy? They were measuring people's auras and energy off rip. So they knew you was going to be a special one. You might not have even known. You might not even been consciously aware that you were special, but you knew there was something about your consciousness that was like, I don't know about this. What the fuck is this? I'm a kid. I don't have the words to describe it, but I know there's something about my awareness in particular that's pretty profound, right? You knew that. You didn't have the mental fortitude or intellect yet to be able to articulate it, but you knew. You knew. I knew. I didn't know what I knew, but I knew when I was a child. I can flash back to times where I was at museums and being in particular moments at school and it felt like I was the observer. It felt like I feel now as a godly Christ being. It felt like I feel now, but then, and I had no frame of reference for it. So I couldn't put my finger on it when I was a child. I'm like, I feel like I feel something. Like none of this shit would be without me, almost energy. That's what it felt like. But now that I'm older and my DNA has fired on and I'm aware and I'm back and I'm active, I know exactly what it was, is that the God within me was already ready to burst. It was already ready to just come out. But I still had lessons within this particular lifetime that I had to experience. So I needed reality, the reality that I was surrounded by, to beat me down, so to speak, to get me to be locked into this matrix system so that I could play the game, so that the fullness of my soul couldn't completely come online. Because I remember being a child in that I remember feeling like I was about to come online, like something weird is happening with me. I don't know what the fuck it is. But we designed the matrix to beat us down. We designed the churches to make us feel like God's out there. We designed the politics and the money and the jobs and all that shit. School dynamics and social dynamics, and you got the new kicks and he don't, and she got the new joint and you don't, and that type of dynamic that you had to play out, the illusion, right? That you had to play out to realize that none of that ever mattered. You were amazing beyond that, but you had to go through that. And some of us still carry that with us. A lot of human beings carry, like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Thank you very much. A lot of us still carry the trauma, the baggage from high school and society and, social norms that you were teased and you were made fun of for very surfacey stuff, like what you're wearing and what you look like, the surface stuff that you now know that you are, now that you're an older being and a much more mature soul, didn't matter in the first place. None of that mattered. Coming to school fresh and fly never made a fucking difference. It wasn't who you were. But since everyone around you believed that that's what it was for you, I think my main point is that we're still carrying that shit around. Imagine the shit that you're carrying around that you don't even know you're carrying around, right? I'm actually respecting the school. You're a fucking God. You're still in school, bro. You're God. And you know you're God. So it's a little different. Like when we were kids, when we were younger, like, no, I was that guy. Don't get me wrong. I was really him. Once I got a little older. But if I was on some shit like this, if I had MoonManT or even you, right, telling me, yo, you God, and I was really on it, I would run the fucking school. Run it. Because the awareness is so heightened that it's like they can't even fuck with you. I could do all the school shit and still be on my God shit and still be able to teach the teachers like, yo, this is not what it is. But I was kind of like that. Very conspiracy theory guy. But nothing like knowing that I'm the creator of the universe. Nothing like that. Right? So I think the point is that we are in a time of complete stripping away of who we thought we were. That's just like, we're stripping it away. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. If this lecture is hitting you anywhere in your heart, mind, and soul, if they're allowing you to give gifts. I don't know if that's still a thing, because it's still a thing, but I think it's like bugs and shit within TikTok, excuse me. Yeah, man, I can imagine. Peace, blessings, and prosperity to you. Thank you for being here in the Now of the One. Please, guys, if you would like to become a part of my subscription-based community, click the star below. Become a part of my subscription-based community. This is a way to support me. This is a way for you to be a part of the tribe, so to speak. So click the star, become a part of my subscription-based community. I love, appreciate, and thank every single one of you. Okay, drop a comment of what you guys want the topic to be. If you want to talk about spiritually based things, if you want to talk about cryptocurrency and NFTs and blockchain and all that good stuff, we could talk about that. I'm gonna let you guys dictate it this time around. If you guys want to talk about, I don't know what the fuck you guys want, whatever you guys want to talk about, let's drop a comment below. Whoever's the first one, I'm gonna go off on that. Whoever's the first comment to say what they want to speak about within this now, we going off. But in the meantime, in between time, man, as soon as I get back to the house, I'm in the car right now. Just took a little, break on the side. No, that absolutely not. We're not talking about the Trump coin. Absolutely not. That was a liquidity grab, an absolute liquidity grab. Social anxiety, an absolute liquidity grab. Most people got wrecked in that coin anyway. Some people made some money though, but most people got wrecked. Social anxiety. Be a little more specific. Is it like something that, like, what is social anxiety, or why do we have social anxiety? What can I do about social anxiety? Let's talk about the ice wall. Hey, man, what about it? What about it? Let's talk about the hologram. I get that y'all are very surfacey. Like, I get that. I get that that's a mystery too, like the ice wall and the potential dome of us being in a dome under a firmament. I can even see that. I can get that vibe. But this is a holographic reality, so really, I don't think it matters. We're going to be able to move and mold into whatever the fuck we want to, from my perspective. Pure anxiety here. Man, I think anxiety is here we go. Let's talk about anxiety. We'll do anxiety. To me, anxiety is living in the future mentally, okay? In mind, because you're always in the moment. You never leave the moment. You only leave the moment in your mind, right? Okay? Listen to me. You leave the moment in your mind. You're pondering. I don't know what the fuck you be pondering. It's your life. You're probably thinking about money, the bills. I don't know what you think about, whatever you think about, but your mind is in the future. Why? Why are you there? Because you believe that something bad's coming. 95% of the time we're daydreaming and we're believing that something bad's about to happen. So that's what we're daydreaming about. Right? Okay? So you're living in the future, and then that feeling that's bubbling up is simply you living there. Like, listen, imagine you, but it's happening like 1,000 times. Like, you have like a million different things that you want to do and that you think you're going to do, and they're all playing at once, and then you keep just picking back and forth between which one you're thinking about. You're fucking making yourself go insane, as opposed to just chilling out. You don't have any conception of the fact that you create your reality, right? You may, but even then you probably get taken over by it. But you create your reality. So if you're creating your reality and you're thinking about shit in a bad way, and you're giving yourself anxiety from you're having potential futures. In your mind, you're contemplating potential futures. Usually bad shit. This is my point. You think so much about bad shit, right? That you give your body. Okay, so we did an experiment the other day, right? Right? The body can't distinguish whether you're doing something physically or you're just thinking about it. So if you're doing a physical action, like you're shoveling snow. If you're actually shoveling snow, and then you sit down and you think about shoveling snow, your body and your mind reacts the same way from both stimuli, right? So your mind and your body can't distinguish whether you're doing something physically or you're just thinking about it. So think with me here. Track with me. If you're thinking about stressful shit, don't you feel stressed? Your body and your mind can't distinguish whether or not you're doing it or you're not doing it. It just doesn't know. It doesn't know that you're doing it physically or you're just thinking about it. It can't distinguish the two. Right? So if you're thinking about bad shit, your body feels it. It's the same shit. It's the same way with fear, right? Listen to me. Track with me. Anxiety, fear, all the same shit. When you feel fear, right? Or anger towards another, who feels it first? And who feels it the most? If you feel fear for a certain situation, or if you feel anger for another, who feels it? Who feels the anger first, and who feels it the most? Well, of course, the answer is you. When you're giving off anger to others, fear, anxiety, those feelings, you feel them first, and you feel it the most. Everybody else is getting a secondhand smoke. Everybody else is getting a secondhand energy that you're giving off. You have to find mechanisms or tools to keep you grounded in the now. Keep you grounded in the moment, right? Somebody said, conscious breathing cures anxiety. Close your eyes. Put all of your attention in breathing. Indeed. And those are tools. Those are divine tools that we use so that we can stay in the moment. The moment is all that there ever is, was, or ever will be. This is a concept that we need to study, dwell within, and actually live as. It's more than just a concept, right? It's an actuality. Like to leave the moment, you have to use your mind to leave the moment. You never leave the moment. You're always, you leave the moment when you're thinking. You're thinking about tomorrow. You're thinking about yesterday. Those are fucking illusions. Those are illusions. You're thinking though, right? But in the present moment, that's where God is, right? If God exists, it would have to be right here, right now. It wouldn't be anywhere else. It would be here, right? Come on now. Let's just think logically for a second. If God exists, God would have to be a present reality, right? It would have to be right here with you right now. Nowhere else. But you keep thinking that God's somewhere off in the future. I'll meet God one day. I'll see God one day. When you're around God, surrounded by God, looking God in the eyes right now, and I'm talking to God through, it's everywhere. But that's a right now reality. It's not a tomorrow or yesterday reality, right? So that's why I say dwell in the garden of God, dwell in the kingdom of heaven, which is right here. Come on, bro. Like, sis, like, think logically, right? It's right now. There's nowhere to go. That's where anxiety, we go back to anxiety. You're trying to leave the only moment that exists in mind, and then you feel this anxious feeling as if you're missing something or something's missing from you. But that's because you keep going to your mind trying to escape the moment. And it's the only moment that exists. So you got to get comfortable with the moment, right? You have to get comfortable with the moment, get comfortable with yourself. The moment is talking to you. The moment's always talking to you through synchronicity, through people, through your mind, right? You have to be comfortable within yourself to be able to cut the light off in your room, turn off TikTok, and just sit there. Whoa, scary thought, isn't it? I bet it is, because we're afraid to be with ourselves. We're afraid to sit with God. That's really what that is. You cut the light off in your room. That's what I'm going to do when I get home. I promise you. That light is going off, phone off, sit in the dark and listen. What do you think you're about to encounter? You're about to encounter yourself. You think you're about to encounter some spooky boogeyman. That's the problem. Because you watch too much Hollywood. We've grown up in Hollywood. Listen, we've grown up in Hollywood that told us that these freaking demons and poltergeists are coming to get us. Although there are demons and all those types of things that exist, they're just different aspects of us. You keep thinking of them as something other than you, though. They're just different aspects or different vibratory frequencies that exist within reality. So to have this conversation with God, you got to cut that light off, right? You got to cut that phone off. You got to sit in the dark, triple dark. But that's what we're afraid of. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. Please, there is a star at the bottom of the screen if you want to become a part of my subscription-based community. If you want to support me there, this is how I make my living. Thank you, Universe, and thank you, TikTok, a divine app. If you want to support me directly as well, you can hit the Cash App if you feel called to. I don't care if it's $1. Thank you. Here we go. Let's keep going. This is free game. I'm telling you, people be on here acting like NPCs. They leave they live. They done made $1,000 doing this. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm on here giving you that thing. I'm giving you that thing, right? Here we go. Right. Here we go. Wow, y'all. Listen, okay, look. The scary part about the wisdom that we get from our inner world and others that display their own inner world is the ultimate wisdom from my perspective. Humbly, I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. Don't take it as the gospel. That you are the literal child of God and that you're here alone. That's like the ultimate right there. That's like the ultimate that we don't want to come to grips with. Listen. The ultimate wisdom is that you are the child of God, if you want to put it that way, or if you could say you're one with God. You are the child of God and that you're the only being here. What the fuck? What does he mean? What the fuck? What? What does he mean? Listen to me. Track with me. It is said that reality is an aperture of our consciousness. It's our thoughts, feelings, and emotions pushed outwardly in the form of people, places, things, cat, tree, star, earth, all of it. If that's the case, you are quite literally the only being that exists. There are other versions of you that show up like me. But who am I? I am being decoded by the infinity of your senses, right? I am a part of God. I am a part of consciousness that you're freezing in time as a person, that you see as a person. Look, and that goes for everything in this reality. That's why they say it's up to you to change the world. That's why they say it's your ascension. That's why they say stop worrying about the story of Jesus 2,000 years ago when you're living the story right now, when it was you the entire time. It was quite literally you the entire time. Let me say it again. It was you the entire time. One more time. It was you the entire time. There is no other story but your story. This is the story of God waking up on earth through you. Not 2,000 years ago of a man that came to earth and did it. You're here now, in the now, right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, in the ever-present now of forever. You, experiencing earth, experiencing its changes, experiencing going from a third dimensional reality to a fourth to a fifth dimensional reality. You did it. Can't you fucking see it by now? You did it. It's been waiting for you. The earth's been waiting for you. The trees have been waiting for you. The birds chirp for you. The sun shines for you. It's been you the entire time. So what we cease to acknowledge, cease to exist. Everything within reality exists within wave potentials. Everything that exists can exist and does exist. You quite literally have just pulled from just now, God, are you hearing me, God or goddess? However you want me to identify you. You are pulling from infinity just now. You just did it. An experience to be had. So if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to see it, the tree never fell in the forest. It was just pure potentials until somebody collapsed it into physical tree to be heard in the forest. Do you understand what I'm saying? You quite literally live in a snow globe of your own making. There is no down the street until you get there. Is it dawning on you? The cameras of life and the spirit is like angels, right? Like angels and extraterrestrial beings. They're you ready for this shit? You ready? There's like angels and extraterrestrial beings, other versions of yourselves. Please like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Watch this shit. You ready for this? I got you. I'm about to just fucking hit you with it. It's as if you are the spiritual Kai Cenat. You've been streaming your entire fucking life, and you've always had a camera crew with you all the fucking time. I don't care where you were, what you were doing. These are like your guides, right? And they were like following you the entire fucking time. And the extraterrestrials and the angels, they got cameras on you, and you were just living the life like a fucking experiment, like a sim character, like a movie. It was you the whole time. That's why you always feel weird, like you're always being watched. Why the fuck do I always feel like somebody's watching? Because they are. And they've always been watching you. It's been your story. Are you going to wake up? You going to wake up? All right, throw a relationship in there real quick. Because they're not shaking. Shake him up. Break his heart. Break her heart. She needs a heartbreak because she's not getting that she's the fucking reason for this. So we need to give her a quick feedback loop. Yes, they are you. Yes, they are different versions of you. Yes, they are mirrors of you. And yet looking in on it. Listen to me. Just like I'm you. Looking in on you. I'm looking on you, right? And you're me looking in on me, this version of you. It's all a revolving door of the same being doing it to itself. It's one being compartmentalizing itself into seemingly different characters. Seemingly different characters. On the surface of reality, I look like this. On a quantum level, I look like nothing because I am nothing. I am energy. So on the surface of reality, you see me as this because your senses are decoding me as this. And yet my true form is formless. I have no form. I'm infinity. I'm Lucy. Okay? Showing up like this for you. Why? Because you sent me. Why did I send you? Because you wanted me to say this. Why did I want you to say this? Because you wanted to wake up. So just wake up. And turn your phone off and then go meditate. How about that? Right? And that's what's happening. We are going, when you meditate, you're visiting what we would call the quantum realms. You're visiting that realm. You're visiting home, so to speak. The realms before time. The land before time. The land before time, right? We visit there in meditation. And then you bring back with you the energies of that realm. And the energies of that realm scream of unity. They scream of unity, even though on the surface of reality, the senses scream of diversity and separation. Let me say that again. Yeah, come get psycho with me. In the deepest parts of quantum reality, when you meditate, you're visiting the quantum or spiritual realms, whatever you want to call it. That realm screams of unity. That's all it is unified, right? But when you come back, you bring that energy back with you, although your senses are screaming separation, screaming diversity, screaming you're over there, I'm over here, you're outside in the phone, and you're looking in on the phone at me, but that's the illusion. But I know that now. Why do I know that? How do I know that? How do I remember that? Because I've gone inside myself with such depth to the realms of connectedness that when I come back to the realms that feel like I'm disconnected, I don't feel disconnected anymore. I know that I am the car, I am you, I am the clouds, I am Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and the wars and the body, they all me, I made them who they are. That's why I came. I came to remember that. So did you. You came to remember that. That's it. Game over. And then when you remember that, you play a new game. Now, y'all so busy worrying about what's going to happen to the world when you need to be shutting the world down. You're the reason for the world. You need to shut the world down in mind and meditation, inward practices, prayer. We believe too much in the physicality of things, that things are going to change physically. They don't change physically. Never. They always change spiritually, and then they bubble up to the surface as what we see as a physical change. But it always starts in spirit. This realm came from another realm. See, this realm is a projection of a higher dimension. If that's the case, and thoughts, feelings, and emotions exist in that dimension, that means that if we create reality with thought, then this reality came from that realm and was projected here. So everything that you do first happens in the spiritual world, first happens in the realms of thought, first happens in a quantum reality. Then it bubbles up to what we see as me, what we see as the car, what we see as the earth, and then all the things that the humans are talking about. Silly humans. They think that their story is more important than the human story. Not the overall arcing theme of the soul that the human is playing in. The human's story that's like, oh, president just got, well, they signed the paper. Oh, but what about work and the money and all that shit? That is giving way to the grand being that we call a soul. The grand being that we call consciousness. Through you that changes. It's never going to change by you running towards it. It's only going to change. Hold on, yeah, my bad. It's only going to change when you change. Huh? That's the only time it'll change. Through you, as you. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all as if you are me, because you are me. Please like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. There's people in here. Support. This is all it's about. I'm giving you game. Subscribe at the bottom. Become a part of my subscription-based community, and all that good stuff. If the gifts aren't working and you feel called to donate, you can hit the Cash App. I don't care if it's $1. It'll be greatly appreciated if this has hit you anywhere in your heart, mind, and soul. It seems like there's usually a lot of bots in here, but I'm not tripping on the bots. It's all good. Consciousness is infinite. There is nothing other than consciousness. Indeed, consciousness is an infinite reality. In this right now moment, we froze consciousness in time to have this particular experience of consciousness, of a me, of a you. There's only consciousness. So in this now moment, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to holograms, holographic versions of myself. And the vice versa, from your perspective, it's the same. right? From your perspective, you're looking at a hologram. You're looking at a holographic version of your mind that you sent to say exactly what I'm saying, whether you like it or not. You can say fuck him and just keep it moving, but that's your prerogative. But you still, the facts remain that you sent me to say this. And everybody else in your life, you sent them to be whoever they are appearing to be, to show you something. Thank you so much, Buddha. Thank you, Buddha Tan. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gift, Shaw, too. Thank you so much. Amethyst, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shay, per usual, love you. Thank you. I think also these things seem to be what's the topic? The God in you. The only one that exists, you, the creator. I think that these types of concepts are hard to grasp, or people don't want to grasp them because they want to stand, they want to hold tightly to family dynamics and friends. And you can still have those experiences. They're just going to take on a new glow. They're not going to, because with the knowledge of who we are, right? With the knowledge of you being soul, God, Christ, whatever you want to call it. With that knowledge, you know that every single being on the planet has reincarnated in cycles infinitely over and over and over. So they're not the them that they are appearing to be, because in this life, they might have been brother. In the last life, they might have been an enemy. This is the game. This is how it works. We keep reincarnating in different bodies. So you have to know this. Like, to not know this and to ignore this is to get trapped in the stories again. And you've already had thousands of years of doing the same shit. Don't you want a break? Like, that's why you're really tired. You think you're tired because of work and all that other stuff. And yes, that might tire you out, but you're really tired of holding up the same act for 50 years, for 20 years, for 30 years. You just want to be authentically free and authentically you. You want to say, fuck these family members that treat me like shit. Fuck this, fuck that, and fuck that. That's what you really want to say. But you think that you have this, and you have this loyalty about you because you're such a good person that you want to keep the family dynamics going. So won't I forget in the next cycle, what are you doing now? Right? If you are in this now, consciously remembering, using the time while you're on this planet now to remember, you would have changed your DNA to such a degree that any body that you chose in the next life, you would be fully up and at 'em. But this is the life where we end the cycle. Right? This is the life. That's why you came here just now to this TikTok live, whether you know it or not. Right? There's a part of you who sent me. I'm just a messenger in the most literal way. I know I'm God. I know I'm one with God. I know that from my vantage point. But I know that those that are on the other side of the screen are God as well, and that they're looking at me, and I have to let them know that I'm just an aperture of their mind. That's what a good teacher would do, would send you back inward to bring you back into yourself, because you're the reason for this, and me, the me that you see. I hope it's dawning on you. So is it possible to incarnate and remember a past life? For me, it doesn't work like that, right? For me, I have all the attributes of all those other past lives. Multi-talented singer, songwriter, rapper, author. I can speak and articulate myself. That all comes from lives past. And I rose to consciousness when I was 22 years old. I'm 34 Earth years old right now. When I was 22 years old, I was speaking the same way that I'm speaking right now. Right? So I was already ready. I was triggered and up and at 'em, ready. And I had all of those, like Avatar, I had all of those different aspects. What I mean by aspects is that we've lived thousands of lives just in this particular Earth construct, let alone other star systems and other planets and galaxies that we've been on as well. We are fucking brilliant beings. Do you understand what I'm telling you? We're brilliant beings, right? So we've lived other lives on Earth, and we carry that wisdom and knowledge with us, those talents. You might have been a painter in another life. That's why you have an affinity for painting in this one, right? Or there might have been talents that you wanted to hone in on. You always had a thought like, I want to be a pianist. But your ego said, no, you suck, and you stopped, right? But you always had it in you to want to do particular things. But the Earth realm always shatters our dreams because it never wants you to be at your full, right? The fullness of who you are, okay? So we have different aspects of ourselves, right? and infinite realities. Listen, and you have access to all of this. All of it, right? There are parts of us that have lived in other star systems and other planets and other dimensions and other realities. You are a multi-dimensional being. You are not one-dimensional. When I say dimensions, I mean dimensions of existence and how energy shapes and structures itself. Right? So the body that you see me looking so good, right? Yeah, but this is the body that you chose to see, because I might be handsome to you, or I might be ugly. I don't know. Well, however I'm showing up for you is how you wanted me to show up for you. Maybe the fact that I'm handsome makes you stick around just a little longer. That's why you designed it this way. Do you see where I'm going here? You do this with everything in your reality. Everything. You designed it to play on your vanity. You designed it to play on your love, on your joy. I'm dead serious. You designed it this way. You just have to uncover why you designed it that way. Okay? Let's go back to it. You have other aspects of yourself that exist in infinite different types of realities. Okay? And you can channel them right now in the now. You could be anybody you want from any reality that... Let me explain something to you. I need you to know this. I need you to know this. I need you to know that you're Dr. Stephen Strange. I need you to know that you're Hermione Granger and you're Harry Potter and you're all of these beings that you think that are made up. But they exist within consciousness, and consciousness is infinite. Everything that can exist does exist. Anything that possibly can exist exists. And you have a full range and you have full access to all of it in the now. How? By invoking it. You can invoke anything and anyone. You can invoke anything and anyone in this reality that you'd like in the now. Right? You can invoke me, the me that you see, the passion that you feel. You can invoke that. I invoke the energy of MoonManT. I'm dead. It's like that. It's like that in this realm, in existence, because we're not bound by anything. See, the character that you're playing, you've locked yourself into that particular character and all the energies associated with that character. So if you told yourself that you're a piece of shit, then you're locked into being a piece of shit. Is it dawning on you now? If you open yourself up, it's okay. There's something going on with the subscriptions. If this persists, I'll probably go over to YouTube, because this is unbelievable. TikTok they got to fix these bugs, because this is livelihood. But if you guys want, if you feel called to, you could donate to the Cash App if you feel called to, if it's in your heart to do so. I don't care if it's $1. This is how I continue to keep going and be able to talk to the collective. But let's keep going. If you want to donate, it's right there, guys. Here we go. Look. There are infinite characters that... You guys can, if you feel called to, I don't care if it's $1, you guys can hit the Cash App. It's MoonManT if you feel called to. Listen, there are infinite characters. Man, there are infinite characters. You better start channeling. You better start channeling that best. I'm telling, you can chant and feel it. You'll feel it. Like, think about your favorite, I don't know, your favorite character from anything. You can quite literally, I be mad different beings all day. All day, I'm changing who I am. All day, I'm this. And I walk around like that with that vigor, with that charisma. And I get the effects of that within my reality. You can't escape it because you're invoking people. See, you could be Einstein in any moment. You could be Tesla. You could be Bobby Hammett. You could be, I don't know, even beings that you don't think are real. They're all real. And they carry a particular energy. It's that crazy. And you could channel fucking extraterrestrials. You could do anything. Yes, listen to me. Within reality exists a field that is non-material. It's a field of pure potential, right? Pure potentials of what anything can be. Anything, and no thing. Listen, listen. You have pulled instantly right now, not yesterday, not 2,000 years ago, not tomorrow, right now. You've pulled from infinity or downloaded from infinity A potential reality to be experienced. And that's the life that you look around at every day. That's that life. It's one potential out of infinite possibilities within reality. Now, within this, you can invoke anything that you'd like to be, and you will get the effect from that. Seeing is not believing. It's believing that seeing. Once you believe, you'll see it. It's always around you. It's haunting you, actually. God is haunting you. The Most High is haunting you. These other spirits, you're always being haunted by these other versions of yourself that are like, when the fuck are they going to wake up? They sit right next to you. These other aspects of you, they're all you. It's all energy. You just associate yourself as a body. So these other aspects of you are like, ready? They're infinitely patient because they exist beyond time. They're non-corporeal beings. They're non-linear beings. They don't care about time like you. So they just looking in like, ready? No, fuck that, because I'm mad. What the fuck is you mad about? Yes, indeed. That's my my Earth name. You got it right, Stephen Lee. What are you mad about? Right? This is I'm trying to tell you. They're trying to converse with you. You ignoring it, right? Because you don't know. I was just thinking that I'm an exorcist. Yeah, but come on, guys. Look, listen. Let me say something to you. Hollywood has tried to dictate how we view the spiritual reality. Right? Hollywood wanted to dictate how we viewed the spiritual reality, guys. You are Tony Stark. You are Tony Stark right now. You are. You are. Be it. Be it. Walk around like Tony. I'm dead serious. You think I'm bugging? I'm so serious because you're not limited. Listen, now, just track with me here. If you have chosen infinite different bodies to inhabit, this is just a character that you quite literally designed this character on a quantum level to be this, right? And then there are other beings that you sent out just now that are here that use their imagination just like you to create shit from the ethers. They created a Tony Stark from the ethers. It's all from God. It's all from consciousness. It's all from imagination. All of it. So it does exist. It exists in its own right. Right? So that's why I say even Jesus, all these beings exist within consciousness, but they don't exist for you to bow down to them. They exist and serve as an example or something you can channel, a story that you can live out. I'm trying to tell you, it's less complicated than we're making it. It's actually quite simple. That you are no thing, you're only appearing as a thing. And then you can channel any type of energy that you'd like in the now and live as that. Right? And all those frequency ranges exist. You could be an asshole if you want. You could be a loving being if you want. You could be, like you said, Tony Stark if you'd like, and you could channel that energy. Yeah, because you've been living like, what's your name, Robert McDonald? You believed you. How old are you, Robert McDonald? I'll just pretend and say you're 53. Robert McDonald, who's 53, has been living as if he's Robert McDonald for 53 years, and everything that's associated with the Robert McDonald character, you've been living as, and you couldn't escape the effects from that. When you start to tell the new story from another dimension, those experiences will begin to leak into your dimension. But you keep thinking you're Robert McDonald. And you live the same day for 50 years. Robert? Or 38 years. With love, this is just me saying. Like, there are only the excuses that you make. Believing is seeing. If you're not seeing it, this is the problem with human beings. Human beings, first and foremost, they've locked themselves into a particular reality that's already lying to them. The senses aren't conveying to you everything that's there. The energy that exists, listen to me. Listen to me. Slow down, y'all. Slow down. You're not even the person you think you are. Listen, slow down. Track with me. in the chat, if you can feel my energy through the screen, type yes. Okay? If you can't, say no. If you can, say yes. That's a yes. That's one yes, another yes. That's two yeses, 3, 4, 5 yeses, 6 yeses. Okay, let's track with me here. Track with me here. Follow me. If I'm all the way over here, the me you see is all the way over here, and you're all the way over there, and you can feel me through the screen, that should imply to you that space is an illusion. That the space between you and I is filled with a substance that we can't see, but you know it's there because you can feel me through the fucking screen. So that means that who we really are, similarly, if you're watching this a week later and you feel me through the screen, you should deduce that energy isn't bound by time. Because you're watching this a week later and you still feel me through the screen. So who I am is not who I appear to be. Our senses are locking us into this particular experience of the phone, non-locality, exactly. There's nothing localizable about the reality that we're experiencing. Everything that we're experiencing is a projection from another realm. You are not what you seem to be. You're the reason for everything that seems to be anything, including me. What you're feeling through the screen is your own energy coming home to roost in this form. Are you tracking with me? There's no space between you and I. I'm not even really here the way you think I am. I exist in the field of consciousness, frozen in time by your senses. Listen to what I'm telling you. And that goes for the president. That goes for the laws. That goes for the governments. That goes for the trees and the sun and the earth and the moon and the extraterrestrials and the angels. It goes for all of them. They all exist within the field, in the now. Your field, your consciousness, your moment, your God waking up in its own creation. You, finally, can you feel me? Finally, God is waking up in its own creation. It forgot. It's shaking itself awake through you. Through you. Like the live, share the live, give gifts only if you feel called to it. The gifts aren't working, then who cares? This is a great live, and I felt so good about saying that just now. If you do feel called to donate in any way, if this lecture has hit you in your heart, mind, and soul in any way, shape, or form, you can hit the Cash App. I don't care if it's $1, whatever you feel called to donate, if you feel called to donate. I hope that made sense to you in any way, shape, or form. What is the main goal of our life? You're already living the main goal. The main goal is just to simply be here. Just be here. Don't worry about the goal. Just be it. Be it. It'll dawn on you. It'll dawn on you that you're the reason for any of this in the first place. It will dawn on you. Right? It'll dawn on you. Don't trip. The more you trip, the more you trip. You're tripping over yourself. There's only you. There's only you. Just chill. You'll have inspired action. And you'll take the inspired action. You'll be inspired. Inspiration. In spirit, in it, you will have everything that you need in the now. You already do. You always make it to the moment. Already do. You always make it to the moment. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're stressing right now about a potential moment. Listen to me. I already went through that. I can't do that again. I'll have this live set up on on YouTube, and then you can rewatch this, and all those questions will be answered. There's only you here. You're talking about the other people. There's only one person here. There's only one person here. One. projecting what you see as other people. You are here. You are here. You're the only one here. Listen. I've been trying to give you guys examples of what I mean by saying, hey, can you feel me through the screen? If you could feel me through the screen, that means there's only one of us here. There's only one being. Only one. Playing as if it's more than one. Playing as if it's me and you and sun, but it's only one field of consciousness that exists in the now. Only one field. And it's springing itself forth into what we see as surface diversity. The diversity on the screen of life, of what we see. But that's not who we are. The forms are illusory. Now, the energy that makes the forms, yes, thank you so much. That is my earth name, and that is my Cash App if you do feel called to donate. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you can feel me through the screen, this is what I was telling you. You're feeling yourself. You're feeling your energy in this form. So what do you perceive as bad? Let me explain something to you. Listen to me. Don't even answer the question, I got you. Listen to me. In this particular realm of life, of living life, the senses dictate that I'm over here and that you're over there. We don't feel each other deeply enough to know that we're connected on an earthly level. Some of us do, but listen to me. If the senses are dictating to me that I'm over here and you're over there, then I will treat you that way. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling as if I have to protect myself. That's the ego. We build a character that says, hey, I'm this and you're that. And since you're that, I must protect what's mine. Possession. There's not enough. I must feed my belly, right? That's what the senses are dictating to us. But we've been desensitized in our reality because that's what the matrix-controlled system has projected forth to us. It has told us, hey, you better get yours. It's a dog-eat-dog world. All of these types of concepts that we live by. So it's desensitized us to each other. But then I asked you the question earlier, can you feel me through the screen? And you said yes. So that means that your feeling centers are still online. And you can still feel other humans. You're like, no, I don't feel right about treating you like shit. I don't feel right about scamming you. I don't feel right about that. See, we override the feeling of the connection because we still want to get ours. And that's the biggest problem. But if we can feel beyond that, like I feel beyond that, even when like I'm on live and this is how I make my money, and I'm not, sometimes like I don't get that. Like I'd be like, oh, come on guys, give gifts if you feel called to. And sometimes I don't get what I desire. And part of me is like, who cares? Just keep talking. Who cares? Just keep talking, because I'm overriding the feeling of I'd rather get you guys to give me your liquidity so that I can continue to do what I do within my regular life. I'm feeling beyond that. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. Keep talking, because I feel for them and I want them to know. I want them to remember, because they are me. They are versions of me. And the more that I can get the versions of me to wake up, the faster this can happen. The faster this can happen. Yeah. So I override that